Dreamers Welcome Podcast.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast. We are back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I go by CEO PESO, blessed and highly favored. Still a happy new year. I don't know when you're supposed to stop saying that, but whatever. I'm gonna keep throwing it out there. But man, hope everybody doing good, dreaming, chasing your dreams. I have a very special guest, somebody that I organically met years ago, and I feel like we both seen our transitions coming up just off of like what we, from years ago. I think I was like 2017 or something, but it's dope just to see progression. And you got some crazy dope shit going on. So please introduce yourself and your business for the people.
My name is Victoria. I'm a personal trainer. Right now I have a 12-week program going on. It's called Soft Curvy Fit. So that's basically for women that, want to keep their curves and want to get fit.
Absolutely. And goddamn it, she do it. Like, make sure you go to our Instagram, because I'll be seeing the new page that you created, seeing the results with everybody. Like, you be going hard. Like, I'm gonna ask some questions about that too, because I just feel like that's just it's a discipline to tap into that you kind of like just dominated like crazy. But before we get into all that, just a little bit about your background, your upbringing, where you from, and just how it was as coming up.
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
The bus.
I am the oldest of 11. My dad's
really?
Yes. Nobody really knows that.
What's the youngest?
6.
Damn, getting it in.
Yeah.
11, and you the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
How was that?
It wasn't bad because it was on my dad's side. So,
okay. So they all wasn't. It wasn't like same household.
Right.
Okay.
So
I'm
I
about
was
to say.
actually the only child with my mom and dad.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
So are you close to them?
Yeah.
Here and there.
Not as much. I got one sister that I've never met.
Okay.
But all my other sisters and brothers, I have one that passed away. And then all of them is spread out a little bit.
All in Columbus though?
No, there's some in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
But they're all from here.
Word.
Yeah.
So how was Columbus growing up? Like, was it just like, in Columbus the capital?
Yeah.
So was it like, Ohio State Buckeye? Like, was your family like integrated into that? Like all the events that be going on?
No. So I'm from the hood.
Period.
I'm from the hood, like dead smack in the middle. Like, but I did not allow that to determine where I was gonna be. I always knew as a young kid that I was gonna, grow out of that and not allow my surroundings take over my future.
Absolutely.
But my growing up, I kind of dealt with a little bit of favoritism.
The oldest.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest, so it's totally opposite
so
for me.
Favorite.
Well, in a sense, but it I don't know. It took a minute. Like, yeah. I mean, they kind of maybe I was a favorite. Like, they kind of shelter me from like stuff that my older siblings would see. But I just was like, shit, the young nigga living life.
Yeah.
So
see, I was not sheltered. Like,
right.
I was a really good kid, but my mom did not make me like stay in the house and kept me from the world. I was out in the streets. Like, I was walking far, and riding my bike. Like, she wasn't really strict on me. I don't know if she just trusted me because I just wasn't into stuff like that, but I was out and about.
So it's like she's seeing in you, like, you're not about to be consumed from whatever. Like you said, like you already had it in you. Like, I ain't about to let this surroundings.
I'm shocked I didn't get snatched up, because when I say
I
was everywhere. Like, if I was everywhere on the bus, I was everywhere walking. Like, I was never home.
But not see back then. Like, once you said that, it reminded me like back then it was just different. Like, because I used to ride my bike everywhere. Like, start at like 10 in the morning, come back at like 7 or 8. No cell phones. Like, I remember going to the bus stop in the morning, like 6:30, sun's still down, but the garage man coming to get trash right at the bus stop, he could have easily snatched us up. It was so fucking crazy how like cool it was back then. Now it's like you can't even let your kids spend the night at somebody's house. Like, period. But I feel like that was just a different era though.
It definitely was, because today I wouldn't dare let my kids do half the stuff I was doing, like running around in the streets. But
Yeah, no, it's fucking different. Like, you got real predators.
Yeah.
Man, so tapping into the health and everything, was that something that was already like, well, you said you grew up in the hood, but was it like hood meals? Was it like the regular fried smothered gravy?
Yeah, it was, the hood meals. The
I mean, not hood meals, but that's how my grandma, like, it was hood shit to me. Like,
it was not healthy
right,
at all.
rice, gravy, and pork chops and shit like that.
That wasn't even a conversation. That wasn't even a thing to even discuss. Health, like, that wasn't a thing at all.
I was just telling somebody I was just interviewing before. She's a vegan. She's been a vegetarian since she was born, but she became a vegan in 2017.
Okay.
And I was just telling her, I'm like, honestly, I never even heard the word vegetarian back in the 90s. Like, I had no clue.
Me neither.
What that shit even was. Like, it was just like whatever they cooking, big ass pot, we eating it.
I had no comprehension of food at all. Like the nutritional facts, none of that stuff. So even as an adult, there wasn't really nothing that I really knew about the nutritional facts.
Man, okay. So what was the shift to take matters in your own hands, like with the nutrition?
So I will say that I tried maybe 3 other times to get into fitness, but it was all about my body. Like, it was, if I didn't get the body that I wanted in 30 to 60 days, I was not about to keep working out. So the shift happened when I took my mom to Miami for her birthday. And mind you, we haven't like spent the night together in years. Right. Like, I've been around her, but I never really like spent that much time with her.
Since growing up. Yeah.
So we were there for a week and just noticing how unhealthy my mom was. And I'm like, I'm looking in the mirror. So if I don't get my act together now, I can be her.
And the older you get, the harder it's to drop. Yeah.
Yeah. So the shift came where when I started working out, I did realize, like, well, my trainer, she was telling me that, food is going to play a major part. It's 80% of the transition into your new body. So you have to find your why that's going to discipline, that's going to make you like get it right. Yeah. So it has to be more than wanting a nice body. So mine was looking myself in the mirror, looking at my mom. Mine was the passing of my brother, and I dealt with, like, I was just in a dark space.
So you needed a change. You needed a mental clarity change. Yeah, absolutely. So with moms, was it like health implication? Like, was it like something that you visually, like something happened, or it just was like, you just was like, mom, like you kind of like unhealthy?
It was just like me looking at her, and her breathing was bad. All 4 of my grandparents had cancer.
Damn.
Yeah. And I only have one that's still alive. 2 of them died. My mom's parents died a month apart, both from cancer. So
you just had a lot of internal, tragic motivation that kind of, you was like, damn, like, it's all genetic in a sense. Like, I don't want to be like that at an older age.
But it's only genetics, because if I grew up eating the food that we grew up eating, and you turn around and eat the same type of food, and then your family start eating the same type of food, that is genetics. It's not really like genetics where it's like, if you start eating right and I've been eating wrong, then you're not going to get it because you changed your diet.
Right. But if it continue on of like what you was taught to eat, and then you kind of put that into your body and your kids, it can stop right there if you just make the shift.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. So is that tough to like implement with your kids? Like,
no, they don't have a choice.
They're
kids.
Because my son, like, it'd be like, come on, bro. Like, he just started eating like peas and stuff. Like, I got him on like salmon and like, baked chicken. But it's like you can't have Wingstop, bro. Like, you can't just Taco Bell, nacho fries. Like, nah, bro. Like,
I rarely ever feed my kids fast food.
So, all right. So let's talk about just becoming you're a certified coach. And what else? It was on the website. Certified coach and glute specialist.
Specialist.
Let's talk about it. Yes. So first, What's the requirements to become a certified coach? Like, what do you have to go through?
It's not much. You just go find a school, like an online school that you want to attend. You take the courses. They give you tests after, and then if you pass, you certify. So it's not really much far as like the certification. Now, if you want to go in depth more, then you would have to go to like college or something.
Right. So was it just a lot like teachings from your first trainer, or did you like go just full blown research on your own as well?
There was some things that I learned from her. There was some things that I learned from taking the course, and I have a trainer now that is teaching me a lot. He is actually, you might as well say he's a doctor when it comes to fitness. He knows the body inside and out. So
right. He know the numbers and
yeah.
Nah, that's deep. That's something that like I don't know, the stigma of like getting a trainer, and then it's like I don't want to let them down because I be so busy too, and I gotta like just got to keep a tight schedule.
So with me being a trainer, I always say like there's not really an excuse. There's not an excuse good enough that I'm going to be like, okay, I understand.
Unless it's tragic. But other than that, like lazy shit, like like it's too early. Or,
I don't have enough time. Well, you can go to bed later or you can get up earlier. There's always time.
Right. And I seen too that so you do like in-person training, and then I see you do online training, right?
Yeah.
So is online training more difficult, and then two, how do you build up your base on the internet to like get these online like people to subscribe and get with you?
So I am still currently building up my online clientele. That's something that I just got into.
Mm-hmm.
I've done like virtual training, and that was pretty good. I would work out with them, but came to the point where I want to spend make as much money, but spend as less time.
I got you. Yeah.
So the online training worked best for me, and I eventually want to transition completely into online training.
To where, virtual, I don't know, you would do pre-recorded classes, but
yeah. So the online training is pre-recorded.
That's clutch. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so someone else that's doing. Now I can do it myself, but I just haven't gotten into it that much just yet. Got you.
So like on the journey to being healthier and the weight loss and everything, is it something that you feel like you'll never stop? I mean,
I'll never stop.
I mean, not to say like you'll like I guess I'm asking like it's no such thing as a perfect body, but are you just gonna always just like is it something new that you always see like, oh, I need to tighten this up or I need to do this?
Even if I felt like I've gotten to a point where my body is perfect, you have to keep up with it.
Facts.
So you can't just be like, oh, I got the body that I want, and then just stop, because guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose all your muscle mass and
glutes.
Yeah, glutes gonna fall down. Like I've had it happen in my journey, so I've slowed down, and I'm like, ooh, I got to get back to the gym, starting to see some stuff.
But is it so with me with videography, to me, it's always like an ongoing process of like something I need to learn new, because it's so many lenses, so many cameras, many.
Oh, you talking about far as like learning?
Well, no, but you answered the first one, but that was my second question. No, like, is it just?
It's still the same thing,
right?
You can never learn too much or know enough.
Mm. So I seen a quote. It said, "It's more like a lifestyle." So, is that something that just you kind of implemented to where working out doesn't feel like a chore in a sense?
Yes. So it's basically, if the same as I gotta brush my teeth every day. Mm-hmm. I gotta go work out ain't every day, but it's just like a normal thing to do, and that one was the most important for me to get into, because I'm like, I want to make it normal for me to work out, because I also want to transition that into my kids. Like, mm-hmm. I want them to work out, and it's just a normal thing for them to do.
Right. So they are working out with you, and
my daughter a little lazy. My son, he loves it.
Yeah.
My daughter, she's more into like the fashion, artsy stuff.
So was it? I'm sure it was, but if you can just detail like on the journey of it, any like type of discouragements? Did you like fall off and kind of just like fuck this? Like,
it's never been to a point where I'm like, I'm not going back. I can't do this. But there is an emotional roller coaster. Like, I've cried. I felt like I didn't see a difference. Even in the gym, like, I've had moments where I went to the bathroom and cried. I've had moments where I'm like, I felt like I wanted to give up on that exercise. But I have a great coach and I have a great gym community that helps push me through even when I don't want to.
So you got a great support base off of like just through this whole journey in a sense. So
that's very important.
So has your trainer been with you since the beginning, or?
So I've switched trainers. I've had 4 altogether. My first trainer was Jada. I'm not going to name the other 2.
Don't got to. We don't got to.
Yeah, and then my 4th one is who I'm with now, and that's Arnold, which is he's actually world champ of powerlifting.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
He probably. I know they be bulking up like crazy on their protein. That is. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. So, okay, so yours is. It sounds like it's geared towards women, but do men come to you for tips?
I've had men ask me. I really try to steer away from having men clients.
Why?
Usually it's they're just trying to find their way in.
Oh, that just hit. Like I get it now. Like, because I was looking at my notes and it's just like it just hit me. Like, okay, so yeah, so basically, essentially, you can kind of see through the smoke. Like, okay, like this shit ain't.
So it all depends. It all depends. Like,
or if you know them in a sense, and
know them. How if they've ever tried to talk to me before. I'll say I don't train men, but
I get it. So. Man, what was that question again? I'm sorry. I got so many questions. So take me through like a typical daily routine of like how your day goes. Like what time you wake up, or is it one of them like 6 a.m. type things? Like what?
Yes. So I wake up. I set my alarm at 5 every morning.
Is it one of them like you set at 5 and then kind of turn it off?
5 and I hit snooze.
Okay.
5 times.
Right. So it's just like I'm up, but I'm the process of getting up.
Yeah, I'm processing.
I'll be doing that too.
When I finally do wake up, I say my prayers. I meditate. I read whatever book I'm reading at the time, maybe about a chapter.
Yeah.
Then get up, get my kids ready, cook my breakfast, drop them off at school, head to the gym. For some reason, I always got to sit in the parking lot for about 20 minutes.
You on the phone or you?
I'm just probably on the phone, probably listen to some motivational music.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know why I just cannot pull up
just
and get out.
Hop out, like let's get to it. Yeah.
So after I finally get out the car, I go and stretch for about 20-30 minutes, start my workout. I'm usually in there until about 11. Go home, do some laptop work or some online stuff. Checking up on my online clients. Probably take about an hour nap. And
got to. Yeah.
Got to.
That 5 a.m. snooze.
Right.
Right.
Then I wait for my kids to get home, cook, and then I go train my evening clients around 6.
Okay. So another thing I seen on your site that you were quoted was you want to have a trainer that cares.
Yes.
So why is that so important? And did you go through a process of realizing like some trainers didn't care, they just was in it for the money or other ulterior motives?
Yeah. I don't want to say any of my old trainers didn't care. It's just I care about like your well-being. I'm caring about your mental, like where are you at in a mental state. I'm asking what did you eat throughout the day.
Right.
I'm just asking the right questions to let you know that I'm here for you. I'm not just about to have you come in, I train you, leave, and that's it.
That's it, yeah.
So that's what I mean by
okay. So because that sounds like, basically when they come work with you, it's more than, like you said, it's more than just like do you kind of promote them to like different extracurricular shit to do, like reading books, like to implement all that into their lifestyle?
Yes, I do. Like depending on what,
even meditation though. I mean, yeah.
Depending on what they're going through in life, I have like sent out books or told them about a book that I think that they should read. Definitely meditation, especially meditation. So for me, I think meditation is you are listening to what God has to say to you.
Absolutely.
Some people have other reasons, but that's my reason. But yeah, I just try to give them that motivational push and let them know it's more than just bite, because a lot of them like, I want to get rid of my stomach, or how long you think it's gonna take, or I'm like, listen, take it day by day, and your results will come. Like, that's a bonus. You work out, you stay consistent, you eat clean, the body won't come, regardless.
And you know, I was a victim of that at one point, and it's like you want that instant gratification, or you got like a deadline. It's like
there's no such thing. I mean,
how you feel about people that fast?
I think it could be good for the body, depending on if you've been like eating a whole bunch of junk, you want to clear
detox. Yeah.
But I'm not too much a fan of like the teas and stuff, that these flat tummy teas.
Oh man,
like I'm not. Really
what's Gucci's wife? I had a friend. He's a dude, and he had did it, and I'm like, I thought this was for women, and he just was like, I don't know what's in that tea. He was like, bro, that shit be ripping my insides out. Like, it's crazy.
It's probably a detox tea that removes the bad toxins, but some are using it as well, thinking that it will get rid of their belly fat.
Right.
So yes, if you have a whole bunch of BS in your stomach, and I did hear hers is a good one. It's all organic, natural stuff. That if you use that, you're fine for as trying to get rid of toxins, but it's not if you're trying to get rid of fat. And people are confusing the two. Right.
So what's the research on getting glutes together? Like, I mean, I think through the years I've seen that, but like, what was your trainer helping you with that, or was it just like how much personal research do you do compared to like what you learn from your trainer, like the bodybuilder and stuff like that? Like, how you balance that?
So the research I really did with myself. It wasn't really something that I went out and did. It was just, I knew that I wanted to keep my butt lifted after losing the weight, because I feel like a lot of people are concerned. A lot of women are concerned about losing their butt when they work out.
I've seen it though.
Yeah, but that's because they're not lifting heavy in order to build muscle. Right. So that was my reasoning of becoming glute certified, because I wanted to show women that you can build your butt at the same time as losing weight. Right.
So all right. So how long are you in the gym? Like, what's the time frame?
Well, the gym that I go to, I'm usually in there about 2.
I knew it.
I knew it. But I'm not working out that long. It's just the gym that I just love that gym. Yeah. I'm there like just sometimes just being
vibing.
It's just a vibe.
Working out, catching up with people, probably good conversations. Yeah, because I know some people. Because as men, you know, we'll go in there and, you know, I had a group of people I was working out with, and they trying to pump up as much as possible by like in an hour. I'm like, I'm sore as shit. like this, like let's break it out.
You can get a lot of stuff done in an hour, but it's so crazy because if I try to leave, like, let's say an hour and 15 minutes, they're like, "You leaving already?" I'm like, "What you mean I'm leaving already? I've been here an hour working out."
Like, nah, turn around. Turn around. You got something you can do.
They not letting you slip.
Yeah. And so how long when did the journey start though? I want to let people know that too.
My journey started actually be 3 years, February 1st. So
Clutch.
February 1st, 2020 is when my journey started. So right before COVID.
Yeah. And the results is uncanny. For sure. Because I mean, you always, I mean, respectfully, like, been attracted to me, but then when I seen the transformation, I was just like, oh shit, like, yeah. And then like, you know what I mean? It's like everything is upkeep. I'm like, okay, like, she on to something, which is crazy. Okay, so before we wrap, I got a quote that I really like. I'm about to use it probably on my caption, but the only person you are destined to become is a person you decide to be. Why does that resonate so much?
Say that again for me.
The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be.
Yeah, I mean, if you are sitting in the same seat every day, that's who you're going to become. You're just going to become that couch potato.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are destined to be somebody, you're going to get your butt up and you're going to go do it. So then the next day or a year from now, you're not a couch potato.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And,
it's very easy. It's very easy
to become that or to get out of that.
To become that, it's hard to get out of that because you have to be open to unlearn a lot of stuff and relearn new stuff.
And once that embedded to you,
don't want to do that.
Yeah, everybody lazy. Like that's why I stopped putting a date on. Like I didn't have no New Year's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just was like let me just start in like November or October, so when January comes, it's not this pressure of like, okay, this is what I need to do. Like that shit. Like, I've done that so many years.
And that's one of the reasons why I wake up I don't have to wake up at 5. I'm an entrepreneur. I can wake up whenever the hell I want to.
But it's so dope. I get up at 6.
You get up at 6?
Hell yeah. Like sometimes it'd be like 5:45 because like just how my body is like sometimes I get up and it's like fuck, I really can't go back to sleep. Mm-hmm. And then by like 8 or 9 o'clock, like nobody's calling you. Like I get some editing done on my laptop, so I really take advantage of that early wake up because then it's like days starting at 10, 11 o'clock is just like
it's like you
gotta catch up. Time. Yeah. And I just like that there's nobody up. It's just 6 just floating through the crib. Like
sometimes if it's the weekend and I don't have to take my kids to school and I wake up, I finally get out of bed about 7, 8 o'clock. Then I'm like, dang, I could have had so much stuff done by now. Yeah.
That 2 hours is like is definitely intricate timing. Yeah. I just try to ask like the questions that I'm not afraid to be like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you mean.
Yeah. And
so I'm willing to know. And then, like I said, when I actually get on my platform, it's like I need more women to be in tune because it's like, I'm gonna talk about lipo, like this cutting corners, and it's just like because. Like, I got some unhealthy family members that I lost from just like, obesity, but just not taking care of themselves. And it's like, I don't know why our generation just kind of kicked in. Like, I'm not trying to be like that.
Yeah.
Judge free, though.
That's where I was because I have a lot of family that's high blood pressure and diabetes and young.
Yeah.
And it's not always about the size because my sister, she's like super skinny and she has high blood pressure.
That's something that was crazy to me when I started researching. It's like just because somebody is like skinny, like they can be the unhealthiest people ever.
Yeah.
Because we look at, like, it's crazy. We look at somebody fat or something, it's just like, this nigga, or this woman, whatever. Yeah. But then somebody skinny, you just automatically think like, oh, they got perfect, they lucky.
Yeah.
That shit's whack.
Nope, it don't work like that. It's just I just want to be clean and healthy and just feel good about myself, even when I'm 50, 60 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't. I remember I met somebody. They was he pulled his ID out. He was 74, and he looked like he was 54.
Wow.
And you like it's crazy because it's just like, what the fuck you been doing for this past couple of years? Just to like, you would think he would outrun you or something, though.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't like because I got a lot of family members that pass along early too. Like my grandmother passed at 73, and to me that's young.
Mine's passed at 64.
Yeah, like, and I got other people that their grandmother's like 95, 96, still cussing their asses out. And it's just like I wanna go from natural causes, not just like treating myself the way I should be treating it. Like even the alcohol, like that was something that was just a crazy barrier to take away from when you really start realizing like alcohol, like a lot of sugars and all of that shit, like it's crazy. What's the biggest thing you learned about yourself through this whole journey?
Have faith, like just
that's a good answer.
Have faith, because I honestly feel like with this time around I prayed and I asked God to give me the strength to keep going. So I feel like if I didn't pray, I would not be where I'm at now.
Yeah, that's how I got through a lot of my stuff. Like it's damn near the only thing you got to rely on when shit like hit the fan. It'd be like ain't nothing making sense.
Yeah.
Like I done been in some crazy positions. Like you can give it up or you can every reason to quit, and it's just like crazy. But I appreciate that answer though, because people might say like discipline and I love my body now, whatever the case is. But yeah, faith is like a high thing, especially when it's like breaking a generational curse.
Yeah.
Like you kind of just trying to go about it. So would you see yourself like becoming like it's actually a profession now, but like Instagram influencer or influencer in general?
I mean, as far as the money that come with it, I wouldn't mind. But I personally do not like being on social media. I know that it's something that has to be done
for the business.
For my business.
Yeah.
But if I worked a regular 9 to 5, I probably wouldn't even
not
social media anymore.
Same shit. I mean, it's had its dope moments of like I got in contact with my dad. He ain't been around or nothing like that. So social media has its ins and outs. But if I was to have it and I wasn't doing none of this, it'll probably just be like a moderate like.
I probably have 150 followers.
Nah, legit. Like, cause
I would have been fine with that. Cause
it's so like I had to get out of that. It fucks your day up. Get caught up doing shit. Yeah. I was a victim of like this was years ago, but just kind of comparing myself to other people and this really like because I had to get a mentor and it just was like he just said it like everybody don't post up their failures. So it's just like, bro. And this one I was like turning into like really, like you said, working for myself, like solely just videography and stuff like that. So, nah. Yeah. All right. So last question I ask everybody. What is a good quote or a piece of advice that you live off of?
What is a good quote that I live off of?
Or some advice.
Don't care about what nobody has to say about you or think about you.
To the core.
Yeah.
To the core.
Because their opinion, their thoughts do not matter. Everybody has flaws.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ain't no wrong answer to that.
And just be yourself. Like, I love being able to be my natural self.
Wow. So you wasn't that before?
No, I feel like I have always been that, but I feel like now I'm getting more into like being comfortable with me with no makeup, or being comfortable with me having no hair, being comfortable with me with short nails.
Just comfortable in your skin.
Yeah, just comfortable in my skin. I feel like the older I get, the more comfortable I am with me and who I am.
Now that's a key factor too. Like, there's people living for the wrong reasons, and then I don't know. Maybe it's like they don't want to. I don't know. People weird though.
Yeah.
But that's really not because even being in the music industry is just like you're just trying so hard to be like yourself. Like it's a quote I like be yourself because everybody else is taken.
That's a good one.
Like I love that quote.
Yeah.
That's why I be putting that into my son. Like he 9, so he kind of like understanding the advice I'm giving him.
Yeah.
Like so it's like that's what I appreciate too. Like when I got into like my journey of losing weight because I was like. First off, I'm only 5'6" and a half. That half matters, and I was like 250. Yeah, but I was just not for real. Like, yo, I need that half though. But it just was like, damn, like I just like lost myself, and then I went to college, and that's when I didn't know how to cook, and it just was like, so I appreciate that shift that I made because it's like I started reading books and everything. And it's like, can't nobody take that information away from us, and we can put it into our children because it's people that really. Don't read books.
Yeah, I love to read. I've been on my own personal like healing journey, and I will say I wasn't reading that much. I was reading, or I was mostly listening to books.
Yeah, but I just got into that too. But
I've just switched to actually reading the books. So I feel like I could just take in the information better with just reading them. But I'm constantly ordering books off of Amazon.
Yo, I got so many. Like I think my book. I mean, it ain't a lot, but. To the average person, but my book collection is like 12 now, 12 or 13. But some of them, majority of them, I just skimmed through them and I ain't got to read it. But like one of my favorite books I did read was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Okay.
And then
I got that one.
What's the one book? Seven Secret Laws of Success. No. fuck, I can't remember. Damn.
I think I know what you're talking about. I've listened to that one.
Yeah, and it just was like, fuck, like it's just a different aspect on life, and you know, it's really that like what you think is who you are.
Yeah.
And once I realized that, and it's crazy because I didn't have nobody telling me no information like that. It just was, I was living life and you know, listening to rappers quotes. Like, it's just like, damn, he said some shit. Like, but I started reading them books, and it just was like, damn, I could spend like 50 on like 4 books minus like a bottle. That was my comparison because I would drink, and it's like, man, I might as well just get some books, read this shit, and like you said, that early morning reading, or you know what I mean, it just make you think though.
Yeah.
You work out the motivational speeches or music or nothing?
Nothing. Sometimes, yeah. When I was in a dark space, I would listen to like motivational stuff to push me through. But my favorite, I have 2 favorite books. One is Master Your Emotions.
I ain't heard of that.
That one right there. I have 3. Can I say 3?
Okay, go for it. Go for it. I'm trying to think though. I got another one.
Master Your Emotions. That helped me with like being able to process my emotions. It's okay to be emotional, but don't react right off of your emotions. Like really
think before you react.
Yeah, and ask yourself like, is what I'm feeling, is it a fact or is it a fiction? Is it something I just made up in my head?
I need to get that.
Becoming supernatural. It's more of like the science of emotions.
Because I fuck with Nipsey Hussle. I remember Lauren London, I think what's the name of the book again?
Becoming Supernatural.
Oh no, I'm thinking The Way of a Superior Man. My bad.
And then Queenology. That book right there.
That sound hard.
That can I say shit?
Hell yeah.
That book checked the shit out of me.
Word.
Like, that was one of the first books that I read when I was going through my
Queenology.
It have Kingology too. It's by R.C.
Look that up on Amazon.
Jakes.
Yeah.
Jakes Jr.
I'm gonna find it.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
But Queenology checked me with like things that I was like accepting from men that I shouldn't have been.
Was it just like stuff that was just, that's interesting. It's like, was it stuff that just was going unnoticed that you just never really thought of?
Yeah, just how you should treat yourself. But yeah, just how you should be treating yourself as a person, and every woman is a queen no matter what they've been through. Like, no matter how many men they slept with, you are a queen. And this book lets you know that you are a queen and how you should be.
Yeah.
So
that sounds like something like a reread. Like,
it is.
Yeah, like
it definitely is.
And that's what I like, because I was trying to audio books, and I like the tangible, like, you know, you outline it, you highlight it. Like, to me, that resonates more because I can remember. Yeah. Of like, it's instilled more than like listening to something like, damn, what the fuck did he just say or something. So Kingology, I gotta get that though.
Yeah, Kingology and Queenology.
Yeah. Okay, well, I definitely appreciate you.
No problem.
I hope that we covered a lot just so people can get like informed on information. You taught me a lot, and I appreciate you just kind of, you know, not even kind of, but you just being very transparent. Like, that shit mean a lot to me. Cause I hate interviews when it's be like, oh, come on, like, it's just the camera, like, but I need you to be open and honest. So that's something I'm appreciative of. No so problem. Thank you. This is Dreamers Welcome Podcast. Y'all keep dreaming, and we out.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast.